start out the leg check the same as we've done in the past. We'll have a short leg, bring in the flexion, stays short, or it may get a little shorter. We'll bring them back down and we'll rule out the cervical syndrome. We'll check for trigger points, and we don't have enough trigger points to proceed with the true negative correction of the inferior ischium and the inferior sacrum. Okay. So usually what has happened on that side, the body of the fifth lumbar has rotated posterior on the side of the short leg. So the erector muscles on that side will be tight. The multifidi, if you can palpate those, they're going to be a little tight. So in this case, instead of adjusting the ilium and the sacrum inferior, what we will do is correct the rotation of the fifth lumbar. Okay. You can stand on either side. You can pivot to the inferior or you can pivot to the superior. It doesn't matter. Okay. So if we had a pelvic negative on the right, the body of the fifth lumbar has rotated posterior on the right side. So we'll make contact with the thenar, set the table to drop, maybe just the lumbar section. This depends on where the patient is on the table. You may have to set the pelvic section also. And call like a double thenar move that you've already done. Okay? And we'll position the external nostril a little bit superior, and we'll thrust it straight P-Day. Okay? Or you can pivot to the superior if you feel more comfortable that way. Same thing, we're rolling it right on the mammillary and set the drop and thrust it to correct the rotation. And if you would rather do it without the drop, then you could have your patient seated. Then we've done this one in full spine too. We would elevate the headpiece so that the patient can lock the knees into the table. The doctor gets behind the patient, straddles the patient. Okay, I'm not straddle the table. And we're still making contact with the thenar, and across the arms, rotate the patient around, and then thrust P-Day. Now we're done, you remember that one, right? Okay. And after we have done the adjustment, we'll do the post-check. At this point, the legs should balance. We'll bring them into flexion. They remain balanced. They rotate the face right and left, and there's no change. There's no reason to check trigger points because we never had any on the pre-check, but we will post-palpate the area of the fifth lumbar. Okay? It's pelvic negative with lumbar involvement.